Hey yo, new book from Lakey out now. Go cop that. Hey yo, LAZ, man, you need real deal promo? Send me a DM on Instagram at Real Saint Laz or send me an email at thegenpopllc@gmail.com. You heard, my real game is bananas. You see that 10 million accounts reached in 1 month? You heard? If you need that YouTube promo and you trying to build your channel, not only can I promote you on this channel, but I got exclusive Saint Laz content for your channel. Send me an email at thegenpopllc@gmail.com. But only holla at me if you dead serious, you heard? Because some of y'all dudes be fantasy island, you heard? Yeah, I ain't really trying to do no business. My time is valuable, man. Holla at me. Broadcasted live from New York City. It's the hottest channel on these YouTube streets. The best jail stories and hood stories are here. Make sure you subscribe today. LAZ.
Yeah, H. Yeah, I ambushed the shit out you.
Yeah.
I ambushed the shit out you. I got some of them jewels out your ass, nigga. You gonna keep playing with me? Got me telling all these motherfucking stories. And you sitting on all this shit. And hold on. Now, but hold on. So now we last need some of them fall building stories, homie. I told you, like my Cody's all my Cody's was in the fall building. I was in HDM. They was still in adolescence, and them niggas had the fall building on tilt on some Sumner shit, just mashing out everything. And that's what Laz want that give him that fall building shit, H, because I wasn't there. I couldn't get to him. I just heard the stories about when niggas turn a throat and coming to HDM and all that. Like, yo, your Cody's son got the full building on tilt. Them niggas is in 3 main, mod 6, mod 9. I said, damn, niggas over there like that, having fun like that. Yeah, get to him, H. Get to him.
That's a whole fact. But I will say is this, and the motherfucker be lying if they going against the grain, saying anything other than what I'm about to say, and I'm gonna keep it 1,000. You know what I'm saying? It was like one DMC said, there was a whole lot of superstars on this stage tonight, but at the end of the day, that was Sumner motherfucking house. You know what I'm saying? Straight like that. And back then, you know what I'm saying, we pushed the envelope far as it can motherfucking go. You know what I'm saying? For the recreation, we did it out of temptation. We did it out of whatever the fuck we did it out of. You know what I'm saying? For the reckoning. You know what I'm saying? But it was just that type of time. You know what I'm saying? At them days, it was just a bunch of ill niggas in a situation. And motherfucking whatever level that niggas rose to, we rose to the next level. You know what I'm saying? We was already on the next level because we broke and shit like that. I don't know what it was. You know what I'm saying? Like I be telling Big Bruh, you know what I'm saying? Back then we was just violent prone. You know what I'm saying? And back then, you know what I'm saying, some of the things we did and how we handled that building, you know what I'm saying, and literally handled that building back in the motherfucking days, the motherfucker can't deny it. And if a motherfucker deny it, either he wasn't there, you know what I'm saying, truthfully, or he just hating on the whole situation because he done told his story, and whatever his story is, he want his shit to, you know, be the story. But back in that time, it was going down like that. So whatever it is you want to ask me about, Laz, just ask me, man. Dealing with that full building shit.
What years you talking about? What year you hit the full building?
Okay, we talking, like, when I first went to the full building, I went to the full building the first time in '86. And I was actually 15 years old. You know what I'm saying? But I went, I played 16 because I ain't want to be with you now. I done been in Sparford mad times. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to see what that shit was about. So I played 16, and when they found out I was 15, after I done been here for about 2.5 weeks, that's when they sent me to the juvenile shit. But when I first came through, my experience, you know what I'm saying, I was a little dude. You know what I'm saying? I was skinny back in them days. but I had heart like a motherfucking lion. And when I went up in there, I didn't really know like how my energy was, but it kind of attracted the wrong type of energy. You know what I'm saying? And niggas used to, when I first came through, niggas kind of like call themselves trying to press a motherfucker, and then that shit triggered a whole chain of events. You know what I'm saying? And without a weapon at that time, you know what I'm saying, I went to war with them niggas. You know what I'm saying? Hand to hand, got jumped by the whole house. You know, shit that go on the island at that time. But the back in them days, as long as you stand up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, nigga, I'm stand up for mine. You ain't taking my gold fronts. You ain't taking my clothes. And niggas ain't taking nothing I came here with. So that was the vibe back then. You go to jail, you come back with the shit you had on. Motherfuckers know you stood your ground. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you come back slippers or, you know, missing a jacket or two. And you see your gold fronts, man. So niggas know how that situation went down. You know what I'm saying? So, and it was so weird when I got home. One of my main mans came to my crib, and I had I ain't gonna lie, I had my clothes already folded up that I got knocked in because he was with me the day I got knocked. I had my clothes folded up, sitting in a chair, so that nigga could see everything, you know what I'm saying? Because this is how we was. We took points away from each other back on, you know, our team. We was on some, son, if you go in there and you, like, it's like you felt that test, son, like, you know, that shit go against your record, that'll go against your whole street credibility, like, nigga, it'll change your whole life. Like, you can be front like you this type of dude, but little shit like that'll really, like, tarnish your whole shit. So one thing led to another. I came back. I got bailed out. I came home. My motherfucking clothes right there. I still had my fronts. You know what I'm saying? You know, I ain't gonna have a couple scratches on the face or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I ain't had no shine or nothing. You know what I'm saying? But a little rumble neck had scratches and all that type of shit. You know what I mean? Little blood on the nigga shit. But other than that, I was good. You know what I'm saying? So niggas like, damn, son, yo, and I'm like, yeah, it's like that up in there. So from that point on, I ain't gonna front. I knew jail was somewhere in the motherfucking making, you know what I'm saying, besides street bullshit. So I said, either the nigga gonna kill me or I'm gonna be in jail. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I had a pair of motherfucking wallabies that I had, not like a pair of valleys that I had put mad razors and all kind of weapons in my shit and glued it to the thing. So every time I be in the streets and I do jutsus, I know I'm going on the hill mission. I don't know if I'm gonna make it back home. I wear them shoes. So if I come through, I said, I got weapons. You know, so if I got a weapon, and I'm bringing it to whoever in that building. I don't give a fuck how big you is, how small you is. I'm coming at you. You know what I'm saying? That's how my mind was. So at the end of the day, as long as I had that, and even if I didn't have that, I'm going to still do what I got to do. But I just know it's going to be harder to do. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a low nigga. You know what I'm saying? But the weapon, you know, it give me a low leverage. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I used to have my shoes already set up. I don't know if you remember that, Mills. You know what I'm saying? But see, I used to have the shoes with the weapon. I asked Hunter about that. So one thing led to another. I'm in a situation, and I came through again. And the second time, you know, I had a little more understanding on how these niggas is moving. And I came in there with the whole intentions of just dominating the whole building. Like, I just felt like wherever we went, it had to be a dominance presence, you know what I'm saying, above everybody else that's in there. So if niggas is crazy, nigga, we insane. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just was that type of time. And I'm not just saying that to toot my own horn, but this is how niggas was moving. You know what I'm saying? This is straight fact, down to my motherfucking heart beating right now. You know what I'm saying? This is how we was moving. So when we was in there was a lot of things we did that was uncustomary. We had guys doing other type of shit. Had them on some, you know, I don't know what type of men these men are now, and I just pray that they some good men taking care of their family. But back then, you know, motherfucker wasn't standing tall, and if motherfucker was standing tall, you still had to understand there was an authoritative presence in the building. And at the end of the day, we took it personal. We ran that building the way we ran our projects. The way we ran the streets. You know what I'm saying? We dominated and we, you know what I'm saying, protected who we felt like protecting. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, we had that shit on super duper smash. When I first came through, I went through it because it was a situation where I had fronts like on the bottom of my tooth. From back in them days, niggas take your drawers, your fronts, your sneakers, like anything that was of so-called jail value, you know, or I guess degrading the motherfucker in the process. You know, that's what the island was about back then. You know what I'm saying? It was a different vibe. It was boroughs, and it was you know, it wasn't no gang shit, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit came when I was up top, and it was really the Latin dudes, more so the black dudes. Black dudes formed that blood shit like on my way out the door. But at the end of the day, back then, niggas wanted your clothes. You know what I'm saying? So what happened was niggas came by like, yo, son, this one want to talk to you. One dude was supposed to be going up north. I believe his name was Black. Some dark-skinned nigga. I believe he was from the Bronx. Yo, asked me a question or two, and I told him, yo, we was sitting down in the toilet all the way in the back in the dormitory, in the bathroom where the showers and shit is at. And we had a little meeting, and he laid down his little situation. He was trying to be diplomatic, I guess, on some jail shit, telling me he going up north. And, you know, he never had this, he never had that, and anything that he never had, I had. So he was just saying he wanted to be able to wear some shit that I got. and I guess, you know, on his way out the door, you know, that'll make his day. So he was trying to buy my shit with Cheez-Its and cookies and, you know, shit that niggas be giving motherfuckers in jail for their shit. So I was like, nah, bro. I said, I don't do that. I said, unfortunately, you know, this, that, and the third. So he ain't really take to what I had to say. And I told him at the end of the day, like, I'm going to toot my own horn right now because I really said it. I said, I'm a whole gangster, son. I said, I don't give a nigga nothing. I said, anything I got, nigga got to take from me. You know what I'm saying, on some blood, sweat, and tears shit. So he was like, oh, all right. He said, all right. You know, I spoke to you. I said, all right, and I spoke to you. And he had his little man standing around. I walked past the niggas and went back to my bunk. And then late that night, some little nigga named Shorty something. He was telling niggas that play their bunk like a chump. But I knew that this was part of little games, niggas playing each other. Some little doja do some shit, and if you bite with his shit, that'll get the other niggas more hard to do what they gotta do. So we came by and told me to play my bunk. I told little nigga keep it moving. He said some other slick shit. I smacked shit out of him. As soon as I smacked that little nigga, the whole house jumped up. You know what I'm saying? And the niggas tried to get at me. Police pulled me out. They put the blows on me. You know what I'm saying? He told me I was a troublemaker from the moment I walked in. I said, hi. You know what I'm saying? Nigga said, listen, man, where you walked, where you looked, I knew it was going to be trouble with you from the moment you got here. I said, yo, man, I don't know where y'all get that type of shit from. Like, I'm a little nigga. Now, I'm 16 years old. Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all niggas is bugging. So one thing led to another. Not 16, I was 15. I said, yo, one thing led to another. He was like, yo, man, you think you tough. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, niggas had me in the hallway. You know what I'm saying? Open up all the windows and shit, had me standing on the wall for a minute. And then he was like, yo, let me put you back in that house. You think you tough? I said, listen, get me a fair one. You know what I'm saying? With anybody in that house, I would fight anybody in that motherfucking house. So he was like, yo, who you want to fight? I pointed out the biggest nigga in the house, nigga named Troy. He from Harlem. Me and him became good niggas later on in life. We met up in Attica years later. But that's a whole nother story in itself. But at the end of the day, I chose him. I ain't had no beef with him. I ain't know who he was, but that nigga had all the baddies lined up on his bed. He wasn't even there at the time, but during this ass whooping the police gave me, he wanted coming from court. So I seen that his area was well protected and respected. So I said, this got to be the nigga of the house. So I said, I'm gonna fight anybody. I'm gonna fight this nigga. So I put him out. So he was like, well, you're sure you don't even know me? I said, I don't give a fuck about all that. The police set it up, moved all the chairs, stacked them up, and we went inside there where the TV and shit was at. And me and this nigga started scrapping. And at the end of the day, you know, when it first started out, you know what I'm saying? I found the way to get up under the nigga, slammed him against the chair. No matter of fact, in the beginning, that nigga threw like 2 blows, and that nigga knocked me on my ass. You know what I'm saying? But he ain't hit me in my face now. But the impact, because he was a bigger nigga, he just knocked me down because I was so small. And then I ain't gonna lie, I kind of like just like covered up because I thought he was gonna start that stomping shit. And he said, nah, son. He said, I'm gonna give you a fair one. He said, get up, get up. I said, oh, word? I said, because I just thought he was going to take advantage of the situation, so I was already trying to embrace what he was going to do next and try to grab his leg or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, nah, get up. So I said, oh, this nigga think I'm easy. So I did some shit, and I got up under him, and I slammed that nigga all up against the chairs, got on top of him, bloodied his shit, but then I ain't going to lie, he bloodied my shit, and I ain't going to lie, the police like broke it up in the midst of that. And he was like, damn, I ain't even know how to fight like that. I ain't gonna lie, the police started feeling me. And he was like, well, I ain't even gonna put you back on that side because I don't even know if you're gonna make it through the night. He said, I'm gonna put you on the other side. So they put me on the other side, and you know, I was trying to be quiet over there, but niggas was already watching the fight through the bubble or whatever the case may be. And the whole boy was definitely a major nigga, you know what I'm saying, super major nigga at the time. And they was mumbling throughout their beds at night while the lights was out, talking about, yeah, nigga, and all that fair one, ain't no fair ones over here. They're like, these jump niggas over here, So I was like, all right, here we go with that. So one thing led to another. The next day, like I knew I was in the process of getting bailed out, but at the end of the day, I knew it was still some little time that had to be spent in there while I was, you know, waiting to get bailed out. So I wanted to get on the phone to find out, you know, when the fuck I'm getting up out of here. So the police was like, you know, have people signing the book. So I said, I ain't signing no book. I don't see none of the other tough guys signing books. I ain't signing no motherfucking book. So I grabbed the phone, little Spanish nigga, I don't remember his name at all, but he was like, yo, man, you ain't supposed to grab that phone. I said, listen, man, I grabbed what the fuck I want to grab. And I got on the phone, spoke to my peoples, and they was like, yo, you'll be out in a minute. Like, people's been down here all day, like, at, you know, paying your bill. You should have been out. Like, I said, all right, so they should be calling my name anyway. So I just wanted to find that out. And I hung the phone up and I told the guy, I said, listen, all that, you ain't do all that, fan, because at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck about none of that. I said, nigga, I'm on and off. Like, hey, do what you got to do. I just want to find something out. So he said some other slick shit. So I wound up putting hands on that nigga. And then the house kind of, like, wanted to jump, but the police kind of let it go down. You know what I'm saying? Backing niggas up. So I wound up washing this nigga. He my size. I beat this nigga up, like, real quick. And then at the end of the day, they was talking about what they was going to do to me later, right? So at the end of the day, this shit was funny to me. Because I said, these niggas up, as soon as I get something shot, I'm going to hear this whole motherfucking situation out. So that was like my first experience pretty much. And then I got bailed out right after I put hands on Finn. You know what I'm saying? Because they was plotting on what they was going to do that night. And then my name got called for bail. I left. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, you know, that was like my first initial, like, and that was in a woman's house to be exact. That wasn't even the 4-bill. I was in the 4-bill in the beginning, like on the reception side. But from Mars 6, they sent me to the woman's house. You know what I'm saying? And that's when they used to have us over there. And we literally used to be with the women at the time. You know, so this is 87. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, 86. This 86 going into 87. You know what I'm saying? We used to be with the women. You know what I'm saying? So, we used to go to school with them and all that type of shit. Not in the same house with them, but we used to be in the same classroom with them and all that type of shit. We used to go to school. And then I got bailed out, and then, you know, whatever in the street led to me coming back. And when I came back, it was just a whole nother story, because I already had like a whole different mindset and, you know, just a whole different anger. And this the whole different mindset for that jail shit.
How long was it before you came back through?
It didn't take long. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. It was probably a few months. You know what I'm saying? Shit transpired out there, and me and my co-defendants came through all together. You know what I'm saying? But I ended up trying to bust a move, going to DFY in the midst of that shit, because I still had like DFY shit that was open. You know what I'm saying? So when they had got, but me and all my co-defendants got locked up, you know what I'm saying? I got bailed out, and when I got, matter of fact, they let us go, because they had this 30-day indictment type shit going on. It was like, you know, within 30 days, if they don't send you a letter, you ain't got to come back. But if they send you a letter, that means you got to come back, you got indicted, or whatever the case may be. So they let us go home. Some of us had to stay because of warrants, different cases, or whatever the case may be. But I know I came home, and when I came home, I ended up getting myself jammed up possibly the same day. I did some shit that put me back in the motherfucking fire, you know what I'm saying? But I was still on the streets for a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Then I ended up going to DFY, you know what I'm saying? And when I went to DFY, I thought they was gonna hold me, and you know what I'm saying? And I fucking around and get away from the adolescent shit that they had. They just let me do the DFY time. So I was in Camp Cass, you know what I'm saying, doing my thing over there, working out, just trying to get my mind right because I didn't know which way things was going. But it was cool over there, you know, some laid back, little kitty shit. So I knew how to handle, you know, that shit was ready to handle because I knew that shit from my earlier days. So I was ready in that situation, doing that little bit of time, and then they wound up like not respecting, you know, the time I was doing over there. They still wanted their time. Like, nah, nigga, you coming over here to do what we got for you over here. So I had to answer to the shit with my codees. So I ended up going back to the island, you know what I'm saying, the answer for that shit. Because it overrided the DFY shit. But it took a few months, you know what I'm saying, about 8 months before they could pull me back to that shit. So I ended up going back. And then when I came back, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, but this is when the stories began, you know what I'm saying, on how niggas was ruling, you know what I'm saying, pretty much at the time. You know what I'm saying, don't get me wrong, we had alliances with a lot of niggas, we had love for a lot of niggas, niggas was fucking with us, and then niggas that wasn't even fucking with the whole team, a lot of niggas was fucking with me, you know what I'm saying, so it was certain niggas from the Bronx that I can honestly say I had love for. Pig, you know what I'm saying, you know, I hope my boy's still alive now, I don't know the situation with him, but him, you know what I'm saying, Omar, you know what I'm saying, he became one of the big homies later on in life, you know what I'm saying, and there was a few dudes, you know what I'm saying, that I may fail to mention right now, but, you know what I'm saying, they know where they at, and if they still breathing, you know what I'm saying, they know what type of bond we had, you know what I'm saying, but everything was stand up, 10 toes down, and, you know, we had guys doing a lot of sucker shit that wasn't really part of the, you know, I don't know if it was to say not really part of the game because I'm a little older now, so a lot of shit don't appeal to me. But back then, you know, that was just the way shit was, lad. And, you know, we had people, you know, dancing, doing funny shit, making niggas laugh, you know, had motherfuckers' faces in all kind of toilet bowls, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit was real disrespectful just for our own personal entertainment, you know what I'm saying, at the time. You know what I mean? And like I said, if a motherfucker sit up here and act like it didn't happen, a nigga stone cold liar, you know what I'm saying? Because that's how niggas was putting their foot down in that building. Had the police a certain kind of way, co-defendants knocking them niggas the fuck out, you know what I'm saying? Going to Fight Club type shit, officers putting name, you know, putting money on one of my codees hash, you know what I'm saying? And he was putting hands on all type of shit. Niggas had to call my nigga Big Daddy Concrete hash, you know what I'm saying? Period, point blank. Of course, you know what I'm saying? You gonna get mishandled. You call that nigga outside his motherfucking name, you know what I'm saying? Like, we was really pushing and shaking and shoving shit around, you know what I'm saying? But I had bonds with certain niggas that even my codees didn't like at the time. But me and certain dudes, you know what I'm saying, we formed alliances and it was just like that because of the, you know what I'm saying, the realness. But, you know, some of my co-defendants, you know, they just moved how they moved, they felt how they felt about certain people in certain situations, and they had their reasons. You know what I'm saying? And other niggas understood that, but still real on the line. You know, real just start check real. Don't give a fuck where you from. You know what I'm saying? We and a lot of them niggas, you know, ended up, you know, getting kind of cool with each other, you know, later on in life type shit. You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't know if on that type of shit. But I don't know if you want the groovy shit on the island, man. I was just talking to my Cody about shit, man. So it's like, oh, man, damn. But if certain names, certain people that got to be mentioned, man, you know what I'm saying? Only thing I can say is this. On top of that, now I'm going to go to this. On top of that, okay, you know, you had Fort Greene, you know, you had Brownsville, you had all kind of people from the Bronx, Queens, Manhattan, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, you know, you had niggas that, at that time, there was a lot of stand-up niggas from everywhere. Because not to say it like that, like the island, compared now, and I'm not trying to shit on whatever, you know, the jail niggas, you know, think is jail or how they can conceive jail to be. But I just know, like, it wasn't really no drug addicts, like how they would lock up drug addicts now. You know what I'm saying? Like, nowadays, they take random fiends off the street and they be in jail, and, you know, you got a lot of fiends in jail. But back in my day, it was a lot of killers, a lot of drug dealers, and a lot of robbers, shit like that. That was all that was in jail, was robbers, killers, and drug dealers. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you didn't really see fiends in jail. You know what I'm saying? The way you'll go to jail now and be in the house with a bunch of fiends. You know what I'm saying? Doing crackhead shit. You know what I'm saying? Turn your back, nigga, and you know, doing some stupid shit. You know what I mean? It wasn't like that back then. You know what I'm saying? Even though niggas may not be on your tough level or moving like you moving, them niggas was major niggas wherever the fuck they came from. You know what I'm saying? It just so happened it was super major niggas that was in there that just knew how to handle this type of shit. And we was just them type of niggas that was really putting our hands down. You know what I'm saying? And we just had the pressure moving a certain type of way. And whoever was moving with us, they remember them days. You know what I'm saying? They like, yeah, it was going down just like that. You know what I'm saying? Hands, foot, feet, whatever the fuck, like busting niggas like we was moving how we was moving with the police and with the motherfucking inmates. You know what I'm saying? And it was just a lot of pressure, man. It was just unfortunate for a lot of niggas that happened to not be on the good side of things, you know what I'm saying? And the ones that was on the good side of things, they might have not been all the way on the good side of things, but they was good with me. So they had a pass for certain type of shit. But they knew their boundaries. They knew they couldn't be in certain places because of my codees, you know what I'm saying? Because of how they felt about them. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why they felt the way they felt about them, because certain niggas got cut under certain niggas' watches, and certain niggas did certain things that's, you know, that when we say don't touch niggas, you don't touch niggas. And certain situations, certain niggas got touched. And it became a form of disrespect to us in some form or another. And it made it hard for anybody from that area, from that, sometimes even from that borough. Because niggas are taking out on the whole borough, you know what I'm saying, at the time because of that one incident. And we'd be like, everybody gonna pay that come from over here. So a nigga come in the house, niggas will be your friend, feed you and everything just to get all your info. And then once niggas get your info, niggas will move on. You know what I'm saying? Now that nigga from over there saying, yo, word, that's where old boy from. Yeah, word, yeah, and before the night is out, niggas done slashed him out there and fed him. You know what I'm saying? And all kinds of shit. Let him use the phone and all that. You know what I'm saying? Made him feel like he was part of the team. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, the violation went down not too soon after. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, that's how it was. It was incidents, right? And it was a situation. And I got my little cup over there, so I'm sipping a little something too. I'm about to spark this weed, too. But at the end of the day, it was a situation where me, you know, when I'm my Sumner co-defendants, and I call a colleague, co-defendant and my brother, we was in the house. You know, it was a situation going on where he was intermingling with one of the lady COs, and the male COs was pretty much uptight because they treated him like a son, a baby, and a lover at the same time, like, you know, because he was an adolescent, so in the eyes of them, he's like a son to me. But then, you know, lights go out, you know, my boy used to do him. And, you know, niggas used to mind their business, and they knew to mind their motherfucking business. So one day, the male officers was working, and he was plotting on. He knew they was plotting on, but he didn't tell me what the fuck was going on. I'm in the back playing cards and shit. So another inmate ran up on me. It was like, yo, they got your man, like, hemmed up inside the bubble on some full Nelson shit. So I was like, my man. So I'm thinking it's a nigga that I met in jail, like not my dude. So I ended up going to the bubble. I steamed to the bubble. I see these niggas trying to put the blows on my dude. Hit this nigga with all kind of rib shots, you know what I'm saying? Got this nigga hemmed up as 2 against 1. So I'm like, oh, hell no. So I ain't gonna lie, son, I didn't even know I was gonna kick the door down, but I gave that shit everything I got, son, and I kicked the motherfucking bubble door down. Ran inside the bubble. Started putting hands on police, slamming niggas, punching niggas on their face, doing all kinds of shit till my boy got about the situation, so we fucking the police up. But back in them days, they had the riot button on the wall. It was a red button that used to be on the wall. So when I got one officer hand down, duffing this nigga. So I'm telling my man Caddy, like, yo, Caddy, don't let that nigga hit the motherfucking button, like the button. Don't let him hit the button, son. So he like, I got that nigga, son, I got him. But the officer, he putting in all his might into hitting that fucking button. I see the nigga hands creeping up and Caddy joking this nigga, pulling him back, trying to put his feet on the wall. He doing everything he do to try to keep this nigga. But this is a full-grown man, bigger than them, all that. You know, niggas was slim, young, you know what I'm saying? We adolescents, these full-grown men. But he had the nigga, but he couldn't stop the nigga. And the nigga finger touched the Caddy, started hitting the nigga with mad blows after that, but it was just too fucking late. That nigga hit the ride button. The boys came. I ain't gonna lie, son, I just knew he was done. These niggas about to break bones and all type of shit. At the end of the day, the officer said, yo, man, get the fuck on the wall. I said, what? I said, nah, nigga, I ain't turning my back, because I know when you turn your back, man, niggas do all kind of shit. You wake up in the hospital, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to see this shit coming. So niggas like, turn your motherfucking back. So Cali looking at me, I'm looking at him. But the way he said it, I just took a chance, because I just said, you know what? It just seemed like he telling us this shit for a reason. So I took my chances. Me and Cali looked at each other while we was on the motherfucking wall like Sam, I don't know if this is a good idea or bad idea, but fuck it, get on the wall. So we did what the nigga said. Officers came in, right, what about these two? What's up with these two? They was about to put the blows. They said, nah, they ain't had nothing to do with it. The niggas pointed out, well, nah, big man, you know what I'm saying? This nigga M.O., hope he's still alive, good nigga. Love you like cook food, nigga. M.O., you know what I'm saying? I believe he was from the Bronx. He was asleep. You know what I'm saying, throughout the whole shit, because M.O. used to pop his little pills, but you know what I'm saying, so M.O. was knocked the fuck out, and one thing led to another. They woke my boy up with an official ass whooping that was unwarranted, because he ain't do shit, he ain't even know shit was going down, because he was out for the whole incident, and at the end of the day, they put the wild blows on him, and he woke up blitzing on them niggas, they blitzing on him, but they wore his ass out at the end of the day and took him where they took him, you know what I'm saying? And that was that. But at the end of the day, lab, I used to walk through the motherfucking hallways. I mean, the school area. I used to go in classrooms, erasing what the teachers is writing on the board, saying Sumner class today, trying to teach the class on how to spell Sumner, you hear me? And I ain't gonna front, like I said, it was all kind of niggas in jail at that time. And niggas wasn't actually doing what I told them. Niggas, you know, HBK with that bullshit, see, that's that bullshit, but ain't nobody stopped me from monologuing. You know what I'm saying? And I used to be like, listen, nigga, this is what it is. And certain niggas knew they had the answer to that motherfucking code. And there was some Fort Greene niggas that, you know, that's my guys, Juju, may rest in peace, Jonathan, you know what I'm saying, stand tall all day, you know what I'm saying, like, these my guys, and at the end of the day, you know, they was definitely trying to, like, not approve of what I was doing. No, nigga, fuck out of here, Fort Greene, this, that, the third, and fourth. But we used to go back and forth with the bullshit. But at the end of the day, like I said, we was pushing this show. You know what I mean? Them niggas was stand-up niggas. Ain't taking out from my niggas down there. You know what I'm saying? All day long. You know what I'm saying? The Killer Bands, you know what I'm saying? May rest in peace. Jonathan, Juju's. Love Juju like cook food, saying like Jonathan. You know what I'm saying? Wemo. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to all my little niggas and big niggas from down there. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, you know what I'm saying? We was moving like this. Them niggas was moving with us. They loved us. You know what I'm saying? They liked the way we moved, and that's how it was. You know what I'm saying? That's how it was. And I'm gonna keep it real with you. Like I said, it was gangsters down there. I can't remember all the names, but the houses I was in, you know what I'm saying? I can say honestly speaking, Mar 2, Mar 3, 3 Main, 6 Main. Back in them days, 88, it was a whole nother vibe, and the building was you know, officially understood that Sumner had their whole hand in that Ford building. You know what I'm saying? And if a motherfucker, like I said, say anything other than that, it was your moment, fam. It was your moment. I'm still breathing, nigga. And I'm still relevant. You know what I'm saying? But that's what it is. You know what I mean? Straight like that.
And what was the worst house in the Ford building in 89? Or 80? You said 88 or 89?
Okay. Now 89 was still living off of 88. 3 Main was the number one house in 88. And the reputation that 3 Main left behind was like on some 300 shit. That house was all the way different. That was a house full of tough niggas, you know what I'm saying, in 88, that came from up north, that was facing bodies, all kind of niggas from the Bronx, Manhattan. Like that house was a mixture of tough niggas back in 88 going into 89. But the reason why I say 89, because when I came down to 89, it wasn't really, I mean, it was the new breed tough guys, I guess. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to some, but, you know, damn, all right, I'm gonna tell the story live. Okay, 89, 88, you hear me?
Yeah.
My co-defendant Hash was like he was a trying. You know what I'm saying? He was a trying. He was one of them niggas, man, that on some dictator shit. You hear me? Like, straight up and down dictator shit. Fuck all that shit. He was on some dictator shit. And he had all them goons in there on that type of time. And they was with the shits, with his shits, and however the fuck he wanted to move, they moved on his time. Wherever he went, how he moved, the whole house came outside to the yard. The whole house came out the child because it was raw at any given time with that nigga. You know what I'm saying? And all them niggas was with shit. So they was on some 300 shit in my eyesight. You know what I'm saying? And he was just the leader of that 300 shit at the time. I ended up coming to that house. As soon as I got to that house, we had war with Lord Dome. You know what I'm saying? In the mess hall. It was a big war, jumped off in the mess hall with Lord. I got my ribs fractured by the police. You know what I'm saying? Went to the hospital, all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? After that, they put me in the bang, whatever the case may be. We popped off in the mess hall with Lord Dome. That's the adult niggas. We popped off with the adults. You know what I'm saying? Back in 88. You know what I'm saying? Because normally when we go to child, we go everywhere by ourselves. Don't know other inmates, don't know other houses, don't nobody be around us, because it's a good chance that they may get the action just because we ain't see people in a long time. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you couldn't be around us. We was antisocial. That was the antisocial house that police understood they had to shut the whole jail down a lot of times just to move that house. You know what I'm saying? Straight like that, because niggas pop on police, all kind of shit. Like A-Born mate, I don't know if he's still breathing, but at the end of the day, we was, that house was different. You know what I'm saying? My man motherfucking Bug Out from the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of, we had different niggas in that motherfucking house. You know what I'm saying? So the police knew they had to move a certain type of way, and the administration understood that train of thought as well. So when we used to move through that situation, there used to normally be nobody around, but we went to the mess hall one time, and Lord Dome was there. I can't really recall what sparked the incident, but I know a tray went flying, and when the tray went flying, it was us against them, and only thing we know, they rushed them niggas up out of there as quick as they could, because we was on their ass, and they had a little side door they rushed them niggas out of, and then we had to fight the squad. And then in the process of fighting the squad, you know what I'm saying, I got my ribs fractured in that situation. And ended up at KCH, you know what I'm saying, back then they sent niggas to Kings County Hospital, better known as KCH. And that's how that shit was. But 3 Main was the #1 house. And then when I came back down for a body, or one of my dudes that passed away, police were trying to pin that shit on niggas, you know what I'm saying? We came back down for that. 89, I went back to 3 Main after going to 6 Main. 6 Main was like the snitch house, and we keep it 100 when I was in there in 88. So it was in 6 Main, it was like all the niggas I got ran out of different houses back in 88. You know what I'm saying? They sent me to 3 Main, and 3 Main still had the reputation. They were still moving them the same type of way to the mess hall, kinda. And I ain't gonna lie, I was some little young goons down there. You know what I'm saying? And at the time, I was on Allen, T-Lo, Shoe Shine, Fat Cat, Tongue Up from Harlem. It was a few dudes that was some stand-up dudes at the time that was down there when I was down there, but on the younger side. You know what I'm saying? Because I was already like well grown. I was ahead of my years, period, but I felt like I was super grown over them niggas over, you know what I'm saying, even though I was still adolescent, you know what I'm saying, but they had the house, they had the building pretty much. When I went to 3 Main, because I just came from up north, when I went to 3 Main, I came down with a rug cutter, had a couple of packs of cigarettes on me. Some young niggas called themselves trying to get a cigarette from me when I was inside the bullpens when I first got to the building. Little nigga told me to send a cigarette or banged on the wall, was talking tough. And I would have gave a nigga a cigarette if he'd, had a little respect in his tone, but he was, yo, who that over there smoking a cigarette? Yeah, my name is such and such. I run the building, send me a cigarette. So I was like, nah, son, I had a couple of packs on me. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause they normally let you take a couple of packs down with you. So I had a couple of packs on me. I was like, nah. So one thing led to another. I gave a little nigga my name. They moved their house out. And they were still trying to figure out where to put me. So they moved their house out. So son said, you ain't gonna be able to live nowhere in this building. So my name is such, so I got the whole building on lock. I was like, all right, fam. Well, so it'll be easy for you to find. My name is Big H. You know what I'm saying? So whenever you put the hit out on, or if I unfortunately land in your house, you know how to find me. So he was like, all right, I got you. All right, Big A. So he left. You know what I'm saying? Left the gate, talking their little slick shit, went wherever they went. So at the end of the day, they moved me to 6 Main. Now, last time I remember 6 Main was a soft house. So I ain't want to be there as soon as I got there. They ain't let me out the cell anyway. As soon as I got there, they left me to cell. But it was a few niggas that I left behind that was there. Not to say they were suckers, but they just happened to get put in that house because the pressure was different. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't really live nowhere else. You know what I'm saying? But they was getting busy niggas. But, you know, they probably died somewhere else. So they wound up moving them there. So niggas saw me. They was like, yo, oh shit, yo, H, what up? Da, 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 da. You know what I'm saying? Niggas on suicide watch. So I'm like, yeah, boy, what up? You know what I'm saying? So he was like, yo, man, they ain't gonna let you stay here. You know that shit. I said, I know. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. Whoever the fucking sergeant is, let them niggas know, like, H ain't doing this house. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't be in the houses with shit like that. Even though I ain't, you know, I was never scared, but this house ain't my type of caliber. Like, you don't want to get caught in a house like this. Fuck that. So at the end of the day, they was like, yo, man, I hope you ain't unpacked. Cause you leaving. I said, listen, I ain't unpacked and you ain't saying nothing slick, officer. So they sent me to 3 Main right after that. So when I went to 3 Main, T-Lo was down there, Shoe Shine, and this guy named Fat Cat, and this guy named Tunga. So when I got down there, no disrespect to Tunga, but my niggas, you know, when it came to the phone time situation, everything was, they had a understanding of how phone time supposed to be dispensed amongst themselves. And I come from a time where you take the whole fucking phone. You know what I'm saying, lad? Yeah. So at the end of the day, I don't understand how 4 niggas can share one phone. That's just uncustomary to me. So when I came down there, when I saw Shoe Shine, I was like, matter of fact, T-Lo wasn't even there yet. T-Lo came after the fact. Shoe Shine and Fat Cat, they was homies, you know, to the homies. Fat Cat, I believe, from the East. You know what I'm saying? Him and Cat was busting down a certain amount of time, and then Tunga and I guess somebody else, I'm not sure, but I know Tunga had a nice chunk of change on the time side. And my niggas had to bust down like an hour, and I don't know if Tunga had a whole hour. I don't know, but no disrespect, like I said, but like I said, I'm still relevant. So at the end of the day, I figured out what was going on because I asked questions first, and they explained to me, and he was like, H, we gonna squeeze you in. I said, squeeze me in. They said, yeah, you know, me and Cat gonna give you boom. And I said, what? Wait a minute. How many people on this phone? So when Shoe Shine told me, like, yo, da-da-da, that's our man. Tunga, I ain't gonna lie, he was sized up, had the 40 belows, dressed nice. I ain't gonna like to tell you, he was getting money in the town, no slouch, wool ridges. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas was fly young niggas back in our day. Like, niggas was coming to jail with their best on, like they was going to the club. You know what I'm saying? If you had Jews, you was major like that, you wore that. You know what I'm saying? We wore our big shit inside the spot. You know what I'm saying? So, make a long story short, I didn't know Tunga at the time. So, I was like, so I told Shoe and I said, listen, all right, this is what we gonna do. I said, y'all niggas gonna fall back, and I'm coming for that whole phone. So he was like, yo, what you talking about, Ace? I said, listen. This is how I move. I don't understand all this shit. Like, y'all fucking with my brain right now. Like, when I come to houses, my niggas got shit on smash, like super smash. Like, I don't understand this train of thought. This shit about to change right now. So I stepped to Tunga, and I pretty much on the gentleman's side offered him to a duel. I said, get your gun, get your razor, get whatever you got. Me and you in the back, one-on-one, ain't nobody gonna get involved. You got my word as a man. I told my niggas to fall back, you know what I'm saying? This is how we doing this. So he was like, what time you want to do it? I said, we set a time, and they knew certain officers. I said, well, really do whatever you want to, but I said, we can do this shit at the most convenient time when you think we ain't going to get in trouble because you don't want to get in trouble, whatever. You know what I'm saying? We can do it like that. So he was like, all right, we're going to do it at this time. So we set the time frame to get busy. In the meantime, I went to the day room, cut the TV off, and just told niggas there's new law and order in this situation. Y'all niggas locked the fuck in. So I made niggas lock the fuck in, except Shoe Shine and Cat. So Shoe looking at me like, Ace, what the fuck going on? Like, I said, nah, me and Tunga, we gonna go to war, me and him. I said, at the end of the day, you know, however this situation go down, like, not to say he gonna dress me or dress me, you know, my mind was set to dress a nigga, so, you know, because this is what I'm used to, and I'm fighting to the death. So at the end of the day, I don't know if he thinking like me, but this is what we about to do. So at the end of the day, I explained to them niggas, I'm about to show y'all niggas something, how this shit go down, how this shit go down. I wish to this day Shoe was still alive, because he'd call your phone ASAP and be like, that's my nigga H. He's saying what the fuck he's saying. But Cat, if you still alive, you know what it's hitting for. At the end of the day, and even you, Tunga, because you ain't no sucker in this situation. So at the end of the day, we supposed to win at it. He came back, me and him had another conversation, and I just explained to him fully and totally that this is how it's going down. Ain't nothing else to talk about. You know, pretty much draw your shit. We came to an understanding where he do him at a certain time on that phone, or he don't touch it after a certain time on that phone. And at the end of the day, he offered his services on some real get busy shit, and he became an ally of mine in the situation. You know what I'm saying? And pretty much, like I said, you know, wherever I go, I aim to dominate. You know what I'm saying? So when it came to me going to a certain type of house, it wasn't always about me putting hands on a nigga, but I had to be in control of that situation. You know what I'm saying? In any house that I ever been in, I was in control of that situation. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it was back then. Anything else, Larry?
You went back home after that, or you went up top?
Well, we went up top after that. You know what I'm saying? Nah, it was wars. It was wars like we had this Karate Kid nigga that came through that had a homicide. He killed the nigga with his feet. Then we had him, you know what I'm saying? That was one of my top aces, but he had the answer to the drone first. You know what I'm saying? Because he was cocky when he first came through. But then once he had his rumble with the jungle, he became part of the team. This nigga used to demolish niggas with his feet. You know what I'm saying? Straight like that. We used to call this nigga Karate Kid. He was word of mother, I ain't never seen no karate shit like this day in my life. They said niggas remember his name.
He was
and niggas
black?
can't lie like they never seen him or heard about him.
He was a black dude?
Nah, he was Spanish. He was Spanish, tall nigga, big feet, and that nigga knew karate. And he was more into the kicking shit than anything else. And that nigga used to kick niggas' faces fuck off. You know what I'm saying? Police ain't want no parts of that nigga. And he was my number one goal, even though he hated my guts, because, you know, I done, you know, stripped the nigga down, but he got his weight back up, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, that was part of the process. You had to pretty much be demoted before you be promoted. You know what I'm saying? So you got to come in and humble yourself and then get back to yourself. So that's how it was back then. And I ain't gonna lie, it was another nigga that came through named Burgos. Now it was two Burgos. We had the Larry Davis Burgos. He was already there with us. He was a big monster. That's my little nigga to this day. You know, see that nigga like cook food. And it was a Spanish nigga named Burgos that came through. I groomed him. You know what I'm saying? I groomed him. You know what I'm saying, to be like the other Burgos. You know what I'm saying? Because other Burgos was never seen a day in population since he was on the island. So he did all kind of damage in the bank. Him and Hash, that was Hash little man, my Cody little man. They was on some ill shit together. Like when them two together, nobody was safe. You know what I'm saying? And I used to be looking at my little goons like, damn, I hope y'all niggas ain't on the menu today. Because these two niggas, they don't talk when they on their bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, the other bird was the Spanish one. You know what I'm saying? He got mad probably during the process, whatever the case may be, but I left that nigga to Allen. You know what I'm saying? When I came back down to 89, he was the big honcho down there. You know what I'm saying? And he had niggas how I had niggas. You know what I'm saying? He was prideful with it. Like, yeah, nigga, this is how I had nigga. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. And he had that shit on smash. And then anybody that came after me on the 89 said, y'all gotta talk about that nigga because he was really a problem. You know what I'm saying? It's straight like that.
Where you said he was from again? Where you said someone's from?
He from the Bronx.
And you said he had the whole 4 building in 89?
Yeah, when I left 89, because we, you like anything that I breathed at that time, I'm gonna keep it real with you. So I was all the way with the bullshit, like real illiterate, didn't give a fuck about nothing type of nigga. That type of timing that I was on back then, Burgos, when I was grooming this nigga, I was putting all kind of insane thoughts and shit in this nigga mind to make him the nigga I wanted him to be, because I wanted him to be that nigga. Just in case I came back down, I didn't have to put no more work in, because I already had a little protege that got the building the way I wanted it. And that's just how it was when I came back down. My other niggas was there, but I had him. And when I came back down, he was like, "Yo, H," like chest all the way out, poked out, like, nigga, what? Nigga, get in there. I'm sending a nigga right now. Handle that. Da 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 da. He had the Spanish dudes on time, and he had the black niggas on time. You know what I'm saying? And it was just on time. And I was like, I got my law. This is my work right here. And it felt real good. And to this day, I let that nigga like cook food. He was that nigga after I left. You know what I'm saying? Now, sure enough, don't get me wrong, they had shit on smash. Nobody fucking with them niggas at all, period, point blank. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, just with my type of bullshit, when I have my niggas doing what I want them to do, how I want them to move, Burgos promoted all my bullshit. All my bullshit. I come in there, yeah, you these little niggas talking tough when I first came through. You want something done to them niggas? Yes, son, I want to hear about them niggas tomorrow. And then tomorrow come, I heard about them niggas. I told you, boy, like he was like that. You know what I'm saying? And even when we came up north, you know what I'm saying, to a nice period of time I was with him. But, you know, we went our separate ways. You know what I'm saying? And the powers that be shipped us, wherever the case may be. But he was one of my main dudes at the time when I left. And then me and my Codys, even though we all was down there at the same time, we all came back down at the same time. But some of us got older, so some of us went to different buildings because, you know, niggas wasn't 16 no more, 18 and all that type of shit. Niggas was going to HDM, C95. It wasn't like it was before, but at the end of the day, I still have my foot, you know what I'm saying, in a little piece of that 89 shit. You know what I'm saying? Then I wound up going up north, and then when I went up north, Lakey the Kid, right before I went up north from Queens, you know what I'm saying, that's my guy. You know what I'm saying? That's my guy. He took it on. Matter of fact, I'm going to take a little piece back from Burgos. You know what I'm saying? Because Lakey the Kid was down there around that time. You know what I'm saying? And I got to tilt my hat to him. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, he ruled Iron Fist when he was down there. And he was moving like me, and I ain't gonna lie, he paid homage and showed love. And when I finally ran into the nigga in life, it was like a pleasure for him to meet me and a pleasure for me to meet him. You know what I'm saying? Because I heard about his name, and niggas used to be comparing me to him. Yeah, he remind me of you. I ain't gonna lie, because Burgos was a little more on my wild side. Lake was more smooth like me, you know, had a calmer conversation. Burgos was more out, like a loud nigga. Like, the fuck, yo, niggas. You know, he was more into that type of mode. You know what I'm saying? Lake was more like, you know, refurbished type shit. You know what I'm saying? He was more smoother, you know what I'm saying, moving more like me. And they was like, nah, he remind me of you, so I don't give a fuck. That nigga Lakey the Kid, I used to hear about him, and at one point, he used to like rub me the wrong way, because I am like, ain't no fucking HIN, ain't nobody moving like me, you fucking crazy. Me and my Codys, we all got different personalities. None of us wanted to be like each other. You know what I'm saying? All of us moved how we moved. That was just it. That's what made us unique and dominant in the situation, because we moved on our own capabilities. We had our own style and everything that we did. You know what I'm saying? So for me to hear somebody having a style that's close to mine, that shit was like rubbed me the wrong way, because I feel like a nigga could replace you. But when I met the nigga, I was like, nah, I like this nigga, man. And then he was like, yo, what up? Yo, I'm late. Yo, da-da-da. We met up north, and I was like, so that's you the one that day he was like, yeah, da-da-da. And he was like, pleasant to me. I was like, pleasant to meet you too. And then we wound up building a bond that led to the streets, you know what I'm saying? And I was fucking with the homie in the town, you know what I'm saying? That's my guy, to the guy right there. He official. A little bit official.
Yeah, shout out to the bro Lakey. I got his book. He sent me a copy of his book. His book is fire.
Yeah, and I got history with him too, you know what I'm saying? Caught a whole charge in situations, you know what I'm saying? Not saying it like that, but, you know what I'm saying? I was out there in the bridge, and the boy held me down. You know what I'm saying? He know I move around. You know what I'm saying? I move around. I love that nigga. You You know what I'm saying? He always been by my side every time I ever needed that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Straight like that. Definitely shout him out. Definitely. Got love for him all day. You know what I'm saying? And whenever his book, I don't know how the book is because I ain't read it yet. You know what I'm saying? But I know for a fact, you know what I'm saying? If it's anything what I think it is, it's probably a ghost character of myself in that motherfucker. You hear me?
Yeah, you got pictures. You got mad pictures of dudes in there. You might be in there.
Yeah, it's a good chance. It's a good chance. And if I ain't, trust me, when it comes to the monologue, and if he ever give you any motherfucking feedback on some talking shit, you know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna fail to mention me. That's my guy. That's my guy. So that's how it was back then. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna fail to leave him out, because at the end of the day, he came in how he came in, and he had the same vibe, and he took the building, and he moved how he moved. And not to say like that, you know, his whole swag, approaching the situation, to dominating the situation, it went hand in glove to how I used to move. You know what I'm saying? It's a few dudes that I probably failed to mention. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Like I said, from the Bronx, that I was in the Bangwood. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to remember. I don't know if his name was Shabazz. Not Shabazz. It's like a god body name, but like I said, it was a lot of niggas that couldn't go to population because they did so much dirt that them niggas was like indefinitely on some ass sex shit. And those was my niggas every time I went to the bar. There was one nigga, he was a troll nigga motherfucker from the bar. I forgot his name. He used to always be amping shit up with me. Every time I go down there, he always, he with the shits with me though, don't get me wrong. He amp the shit up, act like he cool with the other nigga. He always get enemies to talk. And then he get the enemies to talk. I can't remember this nigga name, so I'll let this nigga talk. He get them niggas to talk, start talking shit about me, get the niggas on the gate, start acting like them niggas gonna do something in the morning, then this nigga flipped and wound up gunning them niggas down, you know what I'm saying, for saying what the nigga said the night before. You know what I'm saying? I forgot his fucking name. And he may end up calling me if he's still breathing. He gonna be like, this nigga Ace Bugger. That was me, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, that's my guy. He was a big monster too. You know what I'm saying? Every time I went to the Bing, it was always some shit. Niggas get on the Bing all the time. And the police that worked down there, they understood the train of thought. They let gangsters do what they do. You know what I'm saying? Shabazz, damn, I can't remember this nigga name. This nigga was like A-Rab or some shit. Sal, something. Yo, this nigga, because he was in the Bing so long, like he was like the mayor down there. You know what I'm saying? He was one of my co-defendant people, but me and him got cool because he didn't know who I was at first. But then he found out who I was, and then, you know, shit, me and him got mad cool. And then when certain ops or whatever the fuck they call them now came down there, you know what I'm saying, he used to starve them niggas, you know what I'm saying, make them niggas, you know, submit to certain type of shit that I want them to submit to from myself. You know what I'm saying? And my crime be like, nah, he ain't understood what we was doing over there, but we was really set the tone for the future. Like, for me, I knew I was going up top, so I knew eventually I was going to take some time. So in the process, I was really like burning my bridges. I could say burning my bridges because there wasn't no turning back. So I was really burning my bridges. So when I get up top, you know what I'm saying, it's going to be whatever it's going to be. Either niggas going to fear me to death, you know what I'm saying, and understand where I'm coming from, respect me. Like, you know what I'm saying, it's going to be one of the two. It's going to either be fear or respect. You know what I'm saying? And I know my generation, it was a situation where most of these niggas is going up top. A lot of niggas I was in the bullpen group was taking 5, 6, 10 years, you know what I'm saying, copping out to 15, you know what I'm saying? So I knew this is what I was going to see when I go up there. So at the end of the day, I made sure that the impression that I left down here was thick enough to carry me when I get up there. So when I got up there, I just added a little more touches to the shit, you know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, it was like, you know what I'm saying, niggas become untouchable at certain situations. And that's what happened when a nigga got up top. Like, certain niggas, you gotta have sit-downs with. Certain niggas don't get sit-downs, they just get cut, they just get slashed. But when you touching a maid, when you going after a maid nigga, you know what I'm saying, even though we wasn't on no mafia shit, but we moved like mafia shit, you know what I'm saying, meaning like most of the major niggas, older niggas before us, and our generation, it was like a situation like when you touch real niggas, you had to like go through a chain of command, sort of. You know what I'm saying? When you up top. You know what I'm saying? Like, it gets grown manish as opposed to just wilding on niggas like niggas was doing on the island. You know what I'm saying? So when a nigga got up top, bad as a nigga want to do something to you, now unless he a straight nut and don't really know what he about to get himself up against, because your life will be fucked up after that. Like, everywhere you go, niggas will be putting hands and razors and knives on you everywhere you go. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you had to be careful on who you touch without, not saying you're going to get consent, but without at least having a sit down to see if it could be resolved. You know what I'm saying? If it can't be resolved, then, you know, the tension going to stay in the air, and it's just a matter of time before shit pop, and both sides be knowing that. You know what I'm saying? And somebody either going to make a move before the other side, and that's just how shit was moving back in them days. You know what I'm saying? So back when I came upstate, it was a situation where shit shifted from, like I said, kiddie shit to that type of train of thought. And then that train of thought took a while to settle because I was still thinking like I was thinking on the island, like fuck everybody, fuck all this shit. I don't give a fuck about nobody. You know what I'm saying? And then while me popping shit, you know what I'm saying, thinking that this is how shit is, you see that shit moving a different type of way. It's like, oh shit, nah, and it's like you out of sync, son. Now this is how, you start wars when you just start touching the wrong niggas without giving a nigga just due, or probably give a nigga a fair one because you don't want the war. You know what I'm saying? When you start the war, other niggas that may be chilling, getting trailers, you know, whatever visits, convenient for their people, you know, you putting them niggas in jeopardy. So it's like you had to start thinking about niggas that's ready to ride with you as opposed to just riding. You know what I'm saying? So I started learning that when I got up north on, it ain't just about me when it's time to just put work in. I gotta worry about this person or that person. But life used to be so ill with karma. Remember I told you I had the incident earlier when I first came through?
Yeah.
We ain't gonna leave it there, lad. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, one of the niggas that was part of the jumping situations came through Elmira. His name happened to be Black. He was walking with one of the homies. Me and Knowledge in the yard, me and Blackie, I call McCody the Blackie, so Knowledge is Blackie to me. You know what I'm saying? So we doing shoulders. I don't know if you remember, Nils, but we doing shoulders. Boom, we passing the weight back and forth to each other. I look. These niggas walk past the weight pile. My heart start beating. I didn't know why I was beating like that, but I was so honed into people that I had violations and situations with. My instincts used to be so sharp that I may not remember your face, but I know we had an incident just by the way I'm feeling. So I seen the nigga walk by. My heart started beating. I said, yo, hold on. This nigga had a situation with this nigga. So I put the bass down when it came out. So now I was like, yo, son, nah, fuck that. Give me 10, nigga. What the fuck wrong with you, nigga? Give me mine. And I said, nah, son. I said, that's one of the niggas that jumped me when I was on the island back in 86. He said, who? I said, nigga, that's walking with G. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, what? So we put the bass down. He was like, you sure? I said, son, I'm sure, son. Not only was my instincts telling me, I started looking at the nigga's face when he was walking. I said, that's that nigga right there. So now, I got the joint on me. He got the joint on him. My whole intention is to get this nigga, you know what I'm saying, Blackie, you know, you hold me down, even though G may not understand what's going on, but we can't alert him because he's going to alert him, and then it's going to get kind of messy. And, you know, niggas going to get locked up because we was always trying to bust niggas and get away with shit. So, you know, it was too easy to do shit out in the open, you know what I'm saying? Niggas trying to use their brains, so we trying to motherfucking, anytime we get at niggas, we trying to get niggas and get away with it. So at the end of the day, and I ain't gonna lie, I was the one that didn't give a fuck about getting away with it. Nils used to always impose that, nigga, you know what I'm saying? He put the plan together and set it up a certain way. Blackie was always thinking about the situation, you know what I'm saying, on how to do the shit right. You know what I'm saying? I was always ready to do shit however shit gotta get done. Fuck that, I ain't give a fuck about nothing. So push kind of shove, I'm like, nigga, right there. So we strolling right behind them niggas in the yard. Blackie, like, fuck that. That nigga took like 5 big launch steps where he kind of left me where we were standing and cut through G. He said, pardon me, son. Grab son by his fucking face. Cause black, he like to look you in your face. He don't cut you from behind. You know what I'm saying? That was one of his rules. Don't cut a nigga from behind. That's some cowboy shit. And he always cut niggas from the front. So he made sure that he got in front of the nigga, grabbed him by his head, and ripped that nigga from his ear all the way down to his jawbone. You know what I'm saying? When we was in the air. Gave the nigga the business. I come after the fact, you know what I'm saying? Cause at the end of the day, when he beat me to the I'm like, yo, it was just, everything just happened like at the spur of the moment, and he just caught the nigga, yeah. And then I fucked around and swung away, and then fame hand, but that nigga knocked my glasses off, because the nigga swung his arm, my fucking glasses fell, I was really bad, but the nigga's like, yo, what the fuck, so I'm about to get out, the nigga started running, you know what I'm saying, holding his motherfucking face, so, you know, the homie, you know what I'm saying, it was only right that the homie was upset, because at the end of the day, you know, like I said, it's protocol, you know what I'm saying, you gotta step to the niggas, and, you know, you see a nigga with a nigga, give a nigga just, especially if a nigga stand-up nigga, you don't do that in front of a nigga because it make it look like a nigga ain't safe if he walking with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, how the fuck I'm gonna walk the yard with you when I ain't safe? You know what I'm saying? Niggas know they walk the yard with me, so ain't nothing happening to me. I can't vouch what happened to you in your house. You know what I'm saying? But while you with me right now, ain't nothing gonna happen, and that's how it used to be. You know what I'm saying? When, you know, we was in that type of situation, you know what I'm saying? And just unfortunately, like, that situation had to happen. You know what I'm saying? It was personal. You know what I'm saying? It had to happen. And my Cody, you know what I'm saying, he got to the situation before I did. You know what I'm saying? I got my little scratch off on a nigga. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? That son, you know, he just couldn't remember me because I was bigger. And he kept saying, yo, son, I ain't got no beef with you. He said, yo, why you do this to me, son? And I was talking to the nigga before he went to the bubble because he was blowing it up. And then the black, he was like, yo, son, come on, son. Yo, the nigga blowing it up. And I was like, yo, son, I just want the nigga to remember me. Like, son, you don't remember me? I said, I was the little nigga that came in the house, you know what I'm saying, like I wanted him to know, like, son, like, this is revenge, nigga, like, when you get a nigga revenge, you want a nigga to remember every fucking thing that sparked that shit, you know what I'm saying, so I was right there letting the nigga know, this is why this happened to you, you know what I'm saying, and remember my face, and then I ran into a nigga in the Attica, and then he's so-called was setting up. No, he was in Comstock. He was so-called, because I ain't gonna lie, he was kind of strong in Comstock, but he was setting up a date as soon as I got there. So I said, okay, beautiful. Me and because I ain't really want to be in Comstock, so I said, this would be my reason to get out. As soon as they let me out my cell, me and this nigga gonna go gun to gun, and I'm gonna eat this nigga, and they're gonna send me to another jail. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't really want to be there. So at the end of the day, when I got there, this before they had a date, so niggas told me, hey, if you're gonna try to get moved, you gotta stab a nigga as soon as you get to the jail, or really like a couple of days after you got in the jail. Once you're in the jail for a week or two, you know, just stab a nigga, they're gonna put you in the box to put you back in population. Like, you gotta hurry up and do it so it can look like you got enemies, you know what I'm saying? So I was hoping that we had the battle as soon as I get out. The nigga was in fucking honor dorm, and at the end of the day, he never came out. He wound up getting transferred and pretty much left a bad taste in the police mouth with my name. They didn't really know who I was, but he left them with my name. So one thing led to another. Juju got out the box from putting blows on the Spanish nigga named Artie from the Bronx. Him and him had a little situation over. Damn, I gotta go there. I ain't even trying to go there. Alright, fuck it, I'm gonna go there. You know, because this is what it is. Story is story, truth is truth. But at the end of the day, it's a situation that I'll get into later on in life, but I had a situation that led to a situation. But his little brother happened to be in a spot from Marcy, you know what I'm saying, his name is E. And at the time, whether he know it or not, he was my dude, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know his brother. You know, his brother named Merck. I ain't know his brother Merck. I knew E. And E, just because he was from the hood, like, you know, Tompkins, Marcy, all that shit, that's neighbors, that's Roosevelt, you know what I'm saying, Courtyard, I felt a responsibility for these niggas. Like, I felt responsible. Like, ain't no nigga from them immediate, them niggas from my immediate neighborhood. Ain't nobody do doing nothing to them without me having something to say about it. You know what I'm saying? So he wound up getting cut by the nigga Artie. And Artie told me he better not play the yard no more. I don't give a fuck. You better not play the yard. But he wound up coming to the yard, and he was playing the basketball court, but he wouldn't walk the yard. So the guy Artie, like, pretty much drew the line, told nigga what he could do and what he can't. So one thing led to another. I was disgusted behind that shit. That shit rubbed me the wrong way. I ain't care who Artie was, what gang he was part of. Whatever, you know, I respect certain shit, but I ain't respect what he did. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? So, and the gangs I was kind of ruling on the Atlanta side at the time was like the Monsteros, and Black Kings had just started, and the Rat Hunters. You know what I'm saying? Then you had the Dirty Ones. You know what I'm saying? But the Monsteros, they was like, you know, one of the old school gangs that was inside the spot. He was part of something. I don't know exactly, but I just know at the end of the day, you ain't gonna tell a nigga from my hood, somewhere around my hood, what he can and cannot do. But then when Juju got out the box, I was talking to nigga E like, son, like, I'm ready to hit a ride for you. I don't give a fuck who he is. We jumped this nigga in front of whoever. Like, nigga, we gonna do what the fuck we do. And he was like, nah, H, that shit ain't about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I say ain't about nothing. So I still ain't understand, but then I ain't want to force a nigga hand. And then Juju got out the box, and Juju went to the box behind him. And I didn't even know it. Juju found out that the nigga cut him. Juju went to the yard, smacked the nigga hard. He put the blows on him. And Juju went to the box for putting the blows on this nigga, beat the knife out his hand and all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Made Juju rest in peace. And went to the box for that shit. And then Juju was mad because when he was trying to set up the fight, because he wanted the nigga E to go gun to gun with the nigga, Juju was like, ain't nobody gonna do nothing, son. Like, you wanna go gun to gun with you, son? Like, Juju was like forcing the battle, and the nigga Artie was ready to battle. He pulled out his knife. He was like, what's up? What's up? What you wanna do, homie? Nigga E ain't wanna get busy. So the nigga Artie started talking shit, calling her eat pussy, and Juju ain't like what the fuck he said in front of him. He was like, what the fuck, let me shut the fuck up. And Juju smacked the nigga, then he tried to stab Juju. Juju beat the knife out the nigga hand, knocked the nigga out the yard, all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying, in front of his people. So the hit was out on Jew Boy, regardless of what. And then I had just got there. I knew the heat was in the air because niggas is telling me what's going on, because they saw me talking to E, and they was like, yo, son, you know, Jew went to the box for him, you know, this, that, and then. I was like, word, da-da-da-da-da, like, word, that. Oh, man, damn. Like, you know, I got love for this nigga, you know, this was strictly from the hood. Plus, we was job-ass cool in town, so I'm like, man, in jail, like, I ain't gonna turn my back on you because you know, you got a situation, nigga. I'm with the shit, you know what I'm saying? So one thing led to another. They how can I say, when Drew got out the box, we had to sit down with the Latinos, you know what I'm saying? And him and the guy kind of squashed it. You know what I'm saying? Artie didn't want to go out of Juju, was ready to dance with him again if he came to it. I was there now, so I was ready to dance with whoever. And then the shit got better, you know what I'm saying? And then at the end of the day, that was like the end of that. You know what I'm saying? And then as time was like progressing, Juju ended up getting a parole date out of nowhere. He didn't even expect that shit. You know what I'm saying? And he wound up getting a parole date. So at this time, this nigga named Stitch had came through the island. He done came to Comstock. And me and him was already on bad terms from the L. You know what I'm saying? For whatever reasons that he had with me. You know what I'm saying? But it disrupted to me having issues with him now. He come over there bringing up an incident that I had with one of his so-called peoples that I really felt like he just started liking just because the guy went to war with me. You know what I'm saying? Because at the time, niggas really feared battles with me because, you know, me and my crime, we accustomed to giving you a one-on-one. So at the end of the day, your knife game, something that we really took seriously, had to be up to par. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of dudes knew how to cut, but they didn't know how to stab and do all the extra shit. We was playing with all these type of weapons before we got to the penitentiary. So you motherfuckers knew how to use shit better than the average nigga that's just learning how to use shit or just using it just because they got it. You know what I'm saying? And me and one of his peoples had went to war, which was really my man at the time. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna mention his name out there. You know what I'm saying? That was my dude. And then me and Stitch had got into it because he was like choosing sides, you know what I'm saying? He chose that nigga side. He had a relationship with my cranny, but he didn't have a relationship with me. So one thing led to another. He rolled with old boy. And old boy was really my man, you know what I'm saying, for a nice period of times. And he still is good people, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, situation had happened, and you know, this is customary for some of the niggas. You know, we wind up going against the grain with niggas at some point. You know what I'm saying? Due to how niggas is moving. And one thing led to another. Me and Stitch was just on them type of lines. You know, there was a line cross. And when he came to Comstock, you know, he was promoting an incident that happened with me and one of his people, you know what I'm saying, trying to make it seem like his guy got the best of me in the situation. And at the end of the day, like I'm saying, who the fuck does that? You come to a whole nother jail running your fucking mouth. So one thing led to another. I ended up stepping to the nigga in the yard once I overheard what he said. And at the end of the day, I was gonna really get a nigga to business. But I knew Juju, he was right fucking there, and I ain't want to jeopardize this nigga parole day because none of us actually believed we was going home at no point because niggas was moving hard every day, all day. Like, niggas really thought they was going to die in jail because niggas couldn't do it in the street. So, for the most part, we in a situation ready to just handle whatever. However, whenever shit come, but celebrities, however it come, this nigga, Juju's, was like, yo, son, I ain't gonna front. He told nigga stare straight to his motherfucking face. He was gonna smack the shit. He said, hey, what you want me to do? I'll smack the shit out this nigga right now. What the fuck you want me to do? You know what I'm saying? Fuck out of here. Like, he didn't even want me to put hands on a nigga. Juju was gonna do the shit for me. And I told Juju, I said, nah, son. I said, don't worry about that. I said, nah. I said, States, I'm telling you, son, this is the last thing to tell you, boy. He said, nah, H, I don't want no PR. Nah, I wasn't saying that. I was just, I don't know why niggas saying that. And, you know, he found the way to backpedal out the situation. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, that was like the last time I really saw Juju Boy, because Juju Boy ended up going home. And then, somewhere on a long line, I don't know how many weeks after it was before he went home, so now somebody sent the kite, and I don't know how my name was in the fucking kite. I don't know. Matter of fact, Ditto sent the kite, and my name ended up in the kite some type of way, and I wound up getting, as said, them niggas put me in administration segregation when I was in Comstock. You know what I'm saying? Because I was a threat to the safety and security of this facility. You know what I'm saying? So they put me in there on indefinitely shit. And the only way I can get out if they transfer me to another jail, and they wound up sending me to Attica after that. But while I was in Comstock for the rest of my stay, they had me in a box. I couldn't go to population. I ain't did nothing to nobody. And I was in a box just for no fucking reason, just because, you know, the popularity, you know what I'm saying? Your name get too far in the streets, drama, beefs, you know, meetings, all that stupid shit that go on with jail shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit put me in a tight situation, had me fucked up. Or that shit had me fucked up. I ain't good nothing to nobody. Them niggas had me fucked up. Mother son, I probably squashed mad more beef when I was a pop dog than shit that was going on. You know what I'm saying? But them niggas did me like that. But yeah, that's how that shit went down with that situation. Evan Davis was in the jail at the time too.
Where, in Comstock?
Yeah, he was in Comstock. You know what I'm saying? But they had him like he was in PC because of his situation. He was in a bed, like he couldn't move from the bed. So they had him like in PC on the strength of that. You know what I'm saying? He ain't care about going to population because a lot of niggas kind of looked up to the nigga. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, so when niggas were trying to make it look like he was just a scary nigga, that nigga was different. You know what I'm saying? Police put that out there to tarnish that nigga name. They didn't want that nigga to get no fame. They didn't want nobody to follow his footsteps. They didn't want nobody to just try to be like him. You know what I'm saying? But son, you know what I'm saying? Though he probably has little ways on certain type of shit niggas done told me about, because everybody got funny ways with them when it come to women and different type of shit. But he was like, you know, one of them niggas that he couldn't do what people just thought that he was scared to do. He was never afraid to go to population. Just whatever was going on with him, he was they had him in a hospital bed inside of a cell, like a magic wave motion bed, that shit that go up and go down, the legs go up and all that. Yeah. He had that in his cell. They had made a cell that fitted him with his medical issues. You know what I'm saying? And he had medical issues. And then how he got killed and motherfucking, when he got killed, I can't understand that because I said he must have started walking or something. I don't know how that happened, but I know he was bedbound when he was in Comstock. He couldn't walk. And everywhere he went, when he went on visits, they had to push the whole bed on the visit floor. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't know that if they ain't talk about that. You know what I'm saying? And I was down there, not down there, but when you come in, one side is reception, one side is PC. And when I was in reception, you know what I'm saying, on the street for his code from the Burgos, you know what I'm saying, like he knew about me through Burgos, and me and him chopped it up a couple of times in a situation, and you know, he had the big mega lawsuit, you know what I'm saying, and I wouldn't be surprised if he was a millionaire because he knew his law and all that type of shit. He was in the books and all that type of shit, so, you know, there was a lot of politics going on with him with the police. They want to see that nigga dead, you know what I'm saying. And his code from the Burgos, they want to do him dirty every chance they got too. He had to deal with a lot of shit too. You know what I'm saying? But that was the situation with them.
Blow off your face, then murk off on the parkway. This gotta stay hard game. Purple tops, the murder blocks where your face get pushed back. Same place get jokes at. Shrine NJ, say hello my little friend, my SK. And from yourself ain't nowhere to hide, SA.
Yeah, I rose the toaster, coaster, coaster. Bread bin Oprah. With Hova, nigga blow through vests. Break bone and go through chests. No.
Hey yo, LAZ, man, you need real deal promo? Send me a DM on Instagram at Real St. Laz or send me an email at thegempopllc@gmail.com. You heard, my real game is bananas. You see that 10 million accounts reached in 1 month? You heard? If you need that YouTube promo and you trying to build your channel, not only can I promote you on this channel, but I got exclusive St. Laz content for your channel. Send me an email at thegempopllc@gmail.com, but only holla at me if you dead serious, you heard, because some of y'all dudes be Fantasy Island, you heard. Y'all ain't really trying to do no business. My time is valuable, man. Holla at me.